It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Got it in the middle. It's Berry.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He knew that he was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
They're going back to the ground. There he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Let's talk about Alabama. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Quick completion on the out route. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking for space. It's Young. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off play action on first down. Got a man. It's Durham. Still running at the 40. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people...
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the grind.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll get rid of it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
To throw, it's Van Buren. Takes the easy throw in the flat. with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He might want another play. Wants to throw again. Still looking on the move. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Corner's going to give them room. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Looking downfield, it's Flagway. He's got him. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
They'll ride the hot hand, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on third and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on third and long.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Durham. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. The short hands, it's Watkins. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Quarterback keeps it. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. Into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coming out with it, it's Young. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Out of the backfield, he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Got the quick pass. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Lost the fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. He's got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Pushes ahead. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to punch it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Pushes toward the goal line. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You get down here in the red zone, when you get close to the end zone and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back. He does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
To the air, it's Van Buren. Bringing the heat.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durham. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Got his man, and the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the gun, the give, looking for room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man, it's Van Buren. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Caught behind the line. It's Durham. At the 20, he's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, LSU! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Trying play action. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Young. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Under fire. Fights off a defender. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a jump play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Glagway. Hauls it in.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field. But you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Scanning the field. It's Van Buren. Fears the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Durham. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again on that last deep shot.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.